Yeah, baby. Can't go wrong starting the morning like this. Breakfast time, and then a much needed massage. And then I'm going to win all the money. Again.
Good morning from Las Vegas. Well, it's noon, but in Vegas this is morning. So I had a great massage this morning, much needed, the way things have been going at work. And just had some lunch. I checked in on Mark. He's playing the 816. I walked up. He just had lost a pot with pocket sixes. He had flopped a set of sixes. There were two aces on the board, so he had sixes full of aces. And the guy had ace jack and river to jack for a better full house. So that hurt him pretty good, but hopefully the cards will turn around for him. I want him to do well too. So I'm going to jump into the 816 game and try to build up another stack. And we'll check in a bit. All right, later. Here we go. I just got my 816 seat seated directly to Mark's left. Looks like he's made a comeback. He might be close to even. It's time for bad beat time. Either I'm going to bad beat him or he's going to bad beat me. And we're going to take home all the money. All right, see you. What's up? Checking in. It's about 5:30. I just played 816 for about 5 hours. I started with bought in for 400. Kind of went up and down, and then I lost a couple big pots, including one against my own brother, Mark McLaughlin. So let's show this hand breakdown of this hand. That brutalized me. Okay, so here's the hand where Mark crushed my soul. We're both here so we can give our thoughts on the hand. I'm down about 100 and Mark is also. So Mark's made a little bit of a comeback since he got brutalized with the full house under full house.
Yeah, I was down to about 200, now I'm back up to 300-ish.
So it's a limped pot, 6 ways to see the flop. Mark has Jack 9 of clubs, I have 4-6 of clubs.
Oh baby, there's the flush I've been looking for.
We're both loving this flop. We both flop the flush, knowing we're good. Checks to Mark, he bets 8.
I'm always going to bet when I flop a flush here.
And I got a baby flush, so I'm not messing around. I raise it up. I don't want to give any free cards to Mark or anyone behind, so I isolate.
Alright, so here's what I'm thinking here now. Shaun just raised me. He doesn't mess around. I've got the jack high flush. The only hand that beats me is the king high flush right now. But I can't assume that he has that. So I decided to just call here. And if a safe card comes off, I'm going to check raise him on the turn. If a club comes off, then I'm going to have to make a decision.
And he didn't repop me here, so I don't put him on a set or a flush. So I'm thinking for sure I'm good. And I'm just going to keep fast playing.
All right, 7 is a beautiful card, and I'm going along with my check raise here.
So Mark check raises me. I sit there for a while. I figure he either has a better flush or he's got a set. That's the only thing he can have. And it's really hard to flop a flush. It's really hard for 2 people to flop a flush. So at this point, I just got to pay him off. I figure I'm probably beat. But just for the chance that he has a set, I'm going to have to pay him off.
Yeah, and the way that we play against each other, if he has the king high flush, I'm getting re-raised right here, and I'm probably just going to fold. So once he just calls, I know I'm probably good.
So the river's a meaningless 3.
Comes to me, I'm going to bet. Shaun calls.
I have to pay him off.
Sadly, he looks at me just like, oh, you got me, don't you?
And he shows me the goods.
So that hand hurt pretty bad, so I rebought for another 200. So now I'm in for 600. And I started to build it back up. Won some good hands. Nothing major, just little pots here and there, getting value. I made aces full, won a nice pot, and then a little bit later I had pocket aces. And I made aces full of jacks. So my second aces full of the day. And that qualified me for the high hand, and it held up, so I won $100 cash right in my pocket. So I ended up winning $67 net profit. So I came back. So it's always nice when you can buy in more because you're down and come back and make a profit. It's a good feeling. So Mark's just finishing up. We'll check in with him. We're gonna go get some dinner. There's a 7 p.m. bounty tournament for $150 here at the Orleans, so I'm thinking I might jump into that. That'll be fun. It's $50 bounty, so every person you bust, you get $50. So if you bust 3 people, you get your money back. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll check in after dinner. All right, bye.
Right there. Look right there?
Yeah, look right there. Walking back to the room.
This is making me seasick.
Where's our room?
People are standing in front.
All right, we switched around.
There you go, that's better.
Why are my head up's like... We're back in the room. We had dinner. How was your 7-hour session of 816?
It was a roller coaster. I got like really bad beat early on, but built it back up to being a winner again, and then mostly by destroying Shaun's soul in a pot. We both had a flush.
Yeah, that happened.
I flushed his dreams down the toilet.
That's true. Like Shaun's blend.
Yeah, exactly. But then down a little bit at the end. But after 7 hours, had to take a break and eat some dinner and maybe lie down for a bit.
Sounds good. I might jump into the tournament, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's get some rest time. Here we go. 7 p.m., 7:05 bounty tournament. It's 7:04. I'm not going to get there in 1 minute. It's all good. They might blind me out a few hands. I'm on my way. I'm going to win 15 bounties tonight, plus first place. Could be $2,000. I'm going to party all night, baby. All right, here we go. What's going on? You can see the poker room behind me. We're on break in the tournament. Just played for 2 hours. Started with 15,000 in chips. One of the very first hands. Well, the first hand I actually played, I had pocket kings. Got all in with a guy with ace jack and busted him for a bounty for $50. And I've just been chipping my way up. And then I got to move to a table full of Russians. I think they were Russians. They were speaking a different language. They kept telling them they could only speak English, and they weren't listening. The dealer was getting really frustrated. I got moved again, and actually the big hand at the very first table I was at, I'm gonna do a hand breakdown. It's been the hand of the tournament. Got me to my huge stack that I'm at right now. I'm sitting at 53,300, and I started at 15,000. Average stack is about 21 or 22,000, so I'm more than double average. But check out this monster hand with the nuts.
Okay, so we've had a lot of cash game hands lately for the last 3 or 4 months. But I got a nice tournament hand to go over with.
and it's going to result in getting 2 bounties. So, we started with 15K. I'm sitting at 39,000. So I'm up quite a bit, more than doubled my money. In this pot, I'm going to be next to a woman on my right. It's very aggressive, a really good poker player, I can tell. And the guy to my left, old Southern gentleman, very prejudiced, very rude to everyone. After this hand, him and the girl to my right get in an argument. They almost start swinging, but it didn't come to that. So I think the result of this hand put them both on tilt. So I'm under the gun with King Jack of diamonds. I raised to 800. The guy to my left calls. It's one more call, and then the woman on my right calls. So it's 4-way to see the flop. Flop comes out 9, 10, 3 with 1 diamond. It's a decent flop. I have 2 overs, a gut shot, and 3 to a diamond flush. So plenty of potential. So I go ahead and continuation bet 1100, and the 3 of them call. The turn is the absolute gin card for me. I turn the nut straight, best hand possible. It's a rainbow, no flush possible. And now it's just about extracting as much money as I can. Seat 3 checks. The girl on my right moves all in for 1900. So now I got to decide. I got the guy behind me. He's got 2500. I just decided to smooth call. Hopefully that'll entice him in. If I go all in, he's got to have a really strong hand to call all in 2 bets. But he's still short. So I call. He goes all in for the 2500. So now I got 2 people all in. I have the nuts. Easy call. Seat 3 folds. I call. Lady on my right has queen 8 for top pair and a gut shot, and the guy to my left has 2 pair, queens and 9, so I just have to fade basically a queen or a 9. The lady on the right's drawn dead because I have a better straight. River's a 7. I take it down, get 2 bounties for $100. That's my 3rd bounty, so I'm even, and now I'm free rolling the tournament for the rest of the way. So, registration's over, and looks like 71 entries if no one else came in. Looks like there's 46, 47 left. So, let's go deep. I already have 3 bounties, so I'm free rolling. I got 150 paid out, and the buy-in was 150. So anything else is whipped cream, cherry on top. Let's roll. Let's go to the final table. This is rough. 14 left. I got 14,000 in chips. Blinds are 8 and 16. 5 away from the money. I'm probably the short stack in the tournament. I just need a hand to go with it. I need to double up at least 2 or 3 times to have a chance at this thing. But never say die. There's always a chip in a chair. So have a little break, and then we're going to get back in it. Let's run up a stack. This is the time for a rush. Here we go. I'm exhausted. Hit about 9 hours of poker today. It's about my limit, but I still got 2 more in me if that means first place. All right, check in later. Hanging around. I'm hanging around. Shout out to Teddy KGB from Rounders. They can't kill me. I don't even know it. It's like 12:30. I've been playing in this tournament for 5.5 hours. That puts me at 10.5 hours for the day. I think at the last break I was down to peanuts and I said I was ready for a rush. and I got one right at the right time. I got all in with Queen Jack suited, got called by Jack 10 suited and doubled up. And then soon after that, a lady went all in, I moved all in, and another guy called both of us. I had pocket nines, they both had King Queen offsuit, and they bricked off, and I got another bounty. So I'm at 4 bounties. So 4 bounties is $200. The buy-in was $150, so I'm up 50. And we haven't even paid out yet. I have made the final table. We are in the money. There are 7 players left. Started with 71. The next lowest payout is $315. So my minimum net profit is going to be $365, but I'm going for the win. I'm the short stack. I'm sitting at 53,000. I have about 10 big blinds, but they can't shut me down. Let's just keep this run going. Time for aces, kings, queens, everything. There we go. Making some more money. Uh-oh. Making more money at the Orleans. So we were 7-handed for a long time. Maybe, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Same groups, we're just moving chips around. So one guy had a huge stack. He had about 450,000 with about 40% of the chips. And then he doubled up about 3 people. So we get to this interesting dynamic where 5 of the people had about, I don't know, 150 to 250,000 in chips, and me and another guy had about 50,000. And I'm not a big person in making deals, but this opportunity arose and I had to cash in on it. So 7th place paid about $313, I think. 6th place paid $360. I had maybe 6 or 7 big blinds, and I've been there before. The odds of coming back and building a huge stack again, I already did it once, are very minimal. So by doing, we decided to do a chop based on our chip stacks, and I had a small stack, but I still was able to cash out $380, which was better than 6th place money when there were 7 people left. So the odds of me getting better than 6 were really low. It's kind of just a weird situation, but it made sense for me to do it. Plus we got our bounty back for another 50. So I was in for 150. I got 5 bounties because I got mine back. So that's $250. So $100 in profit there. And on top of that, $380. So I just profited $480. And I think that puts me up $1,000 in poker for the trip. So off we go tomorrow. It is past 1 o'clock. I think Mark's asleep. He's probably been asleep for like 3 hours. Yeah, I just played a lot of poker today, but winning, no complaints. All right, see you guys in the morning. We're gonna play hopefully some 8-16, watch some football, and we're heading home tomorrow. Short but sweet. Big winner today. All right, see ya.